And welcome to the show. This is the season 2 kickoff show with me, Jupiter, and Z. He is here with me. We have 19 unique teams, including one lone ranger and a 13 country representation. I think that's pretty crazy. So let's talk some about week 1 matchups and what's going to happen with the KFPL. So I have with me here my co-host Z.
Hey, here we are. KFPL's kicking off season 2.
All right, so before we get too much into the nitty gritty for all you people that have tuned in to see what's going on and who you're going to be facing in the first week, let's do a little bit of a recap here. So for the people who are maybe new to the stream or like haven't listened yet, first off, now I am linked into my YouTube, so now all these videos for Twitch will go straight to YouTube as well. So therefore, you won't have to catch it necessarily live on Twitch, but they'll be there on YouTube as well. So hopefully that works. Cross my fingers. I'm trying to get better at this. But with that said, let me introduce you to what Season 2 is all about. So Season 2 is going to be triad format with no SAS cap. One deck per set it has to be represented, so you can't have more than 2 in a set. So that's a little bit confusing what I said, but the idea is like you have to pick one deck from each of the different sets, and you have 4 sets to choose from. So you'll have 3 obviously, and one set won't be represented. Hi Harlan. And you can only have one Heart of the Forest in the in your deck triad set. So anything else you want to say about the season rules and stuff and how we're going to do it?
Sure, I can go over some of the rules. All of our players will get the very specifics today after this cast. I'm going to post all the things, but we are transitioning to our best of 3 being 35 minutes per game instead of 80 minutes per match. It's just a little easier to set up. It's easier on the casters, and we don't have quite the time constraints that we would at like a vault if it was best of 3 vault or something like that. So that is a shift. Other than that, the go to time rules will be normal for like single matches. The loser of game 1 can switch their deck. That gets asked a lot in Triad. We will be implementing the strike tool made by Alex that we use in one of our former Triad events. Our games are going to be running Monday through Saturday. And did you want to talk about the prizes? I know that's always exciting for you.
Prizes are absolutely phenomenal. So last season we had 300, 200, 100 for places 1 through 3. This season we are bumping it up a little bit. Surprise! We hadn't announced this yet. This is the first time that you're hearing this, if you didn't listen to any of the charity stream yesterday. It leaked a little bit in the charity stream. But the idea is that for first place now, you are going to get... Actually, let's start with third place, because I don't want to start with first place. So for third place now, instead of 100, you're getting $150. So that's a $50 hike up from last season, and this is due to the contributions and donations that we've gotten recently. And we're looking good, and we're already starting off for season 3, so that's a plus, right? Everything is forward momentum there. Second place is going to be up from $200 to $250. You see a trend? So awesome. So we're up plus 50 as Harlan is excited. You can hear. But first place prize is going to be. Hold on a sec. And so first place prize is going to be $350. Isn't that outstanding? An extra $50 on top? Oh, but wait, there's more. First place prize for the Highlander, the person who survives all the chaos. You're going to get a set of keys from Luxury Playstyles and Maddie Casper donating a set of awesome Archon keys. So I think that's a pretty big hike up. That's a pretty sweet deal, as that is a $75 value added on top of that $350, bringing it to a $425 value. So how is that for a little bit of a bump? I hope that's exciting.
I am pretty excited about how the pricing has gone. I know season 1, that was a lot of internal monetary contribution. Our monthlies, combined with some very generous supporters of the KFPL, have helped us continue the pricing where it's not all out of pocket time and money, just time now, which we all love to do this, so that's been great. So hopefully the forward momentum continues, and then season 3 will have a bigger stake.
Yeah, this is it's been great, and like I said, the first season, like he said, we came out of pocket. Like everybody, all the $600 was from people inside the organization. Like it was strictly from the people that were inside the organization. And this season, we had to put zero into it because of the amount of contribution and the support and the participation of the community. So kudos to you guys for making this really about you and about the community. That's always was
Mhm.
the goal when we did this. So another key feature for coming up for the league is that basically each week we are going to try to target 3 feature matches. We are only doing 3 because last season was nuts. It was way too much for me. I kind of went crazy. So this season I'm trying to be realistic, and the idea is that we are going to feature these matches live on Twitch, which will be on YouTube as well. And then if like there are other matches that are kind of like if you're around and I'm on online, if you guys in the league want to see if I want to record it, of course, if I'm around, I will record them and then we'll put them and use those for like YouTube videos. But we are committing only to 3 feature matches per week that we'll pick out and what we think will be the most entertaining. And then at the end of the weeks on Sundays, like today, we are going to do a show like this where we come on and we're going to talk about the matchups, talk about any cool like interactions that happen during the matches between the decks that we talk about. And basically, we'll have a whole video gift and stuff set up, kind of like an end of week ESPN show for you guys. And there will be, like and anything that in your sheets when you fill out your sheets for victories, like there's very specific questions for a reason, and the answers will basically help us derive what we're going to report about in each group and about any cool things. And then if there's some like really super cool card interaction that happens, we'll actually pop cards up and explain them to the new players so that they can see what the cards are, and we'll talk a little bit about the strategy of what happened in that and why it was so awesome. So other than that, what else do we have that we want to get into before we get into these groups?
We
Uh,
didn't mention the pricing, but the top 16
oh, mhm.
will immediately make season 3 of the KFPL. So that needs to be make sure that that's known.
Yes.
So if you win your group, you're automatically in the top 16. You take one of those 16 slots,
Hmm.
and then second place and third place have to do a playoff to get that other 16 spot. So winning your group is a pretty good thing because it means you're automatically made season 3. So that's a significant deal.
So why is that an important factor? Let me give you a quick number of the amount of people that didn't make the top 16 that requalified this season. Five that we counted. Only five
Mm-hmm.
out of 36 new faces. Basically out of that. So out of the 16 that didn't make it last season, no, actually it was more than 16, right? It was we had 40.
Well, we
So
had 40 people.
34 people.
Yeah,
34 people, only 5
24.
of them, or 24, sorry. I'm not good at
Yeah.
math. That's Z's part. Anyway, so that's a lot. Like, and quite honestly, like only 5 people are requalifying. Some people didn't try, of course, but there was a lot of people trying, and the
Mm-hmm.
competition's only getting tougher, folks. I don't think it's going to get easier. So that auto bid for season 3 is pretty important. So try to win your group stage. If you don't win your group stage, make sure you win the 2 versus 3 play-in game because that's it's a pretty big deal. This event's going to go by fast. I think it's only 6 weeks long, right? Well, 7 because we have a bye week, but like the bye, but like so it should be about 6 to 7 weeks, and then we'll be right into those things, and then we'll be back into qualifiers and stuff for season 3. So exciting, exciting, exciting. Um, so basically, the last thing I think we were going to touch on before we get into this is that we do have a group predictions form, and basically what this is it's a form that you can fill out for free. And if you are the most correct person, we will find a way if there's multiples to randomize. But if you are a person that basically guesses the most correct in the group stage of the game, you will be put into a spin or whatever for $25. Cash, hard cash. So that is basically part 1 of the game, and part 2 is once we hit the top 16, we will do another bracket where there'll be points allotted, kind of like in the March Madness bracket, for like lesser points for the outer bracket, moving your way into more points for guessing the actual person who wins. So whoever wins that will also get $25. And that I will say came as a anonymous donation on behalf of Kip, as they basically asked them
It was
to.
on behalf of specifically the Tracker, which is a
Yes,
great service.
yes,
Crucible Tracker, I don't have a problem plugging that.
no.
So someone wanted to donate because they thought the service was good, to the maker of the tracker, which is obviously Grant. Grant pinged the person to send it on our way. So we're paying that forward because we already had our pricing accounted for this. And another member of KIP actually reached out and said this would be a fun idea. I mentioned that we talked about it, but we didn't talk about initially having a prize attached to it. So full circle, giving it back to you guys. So I think it's a fun activity. I have mine filled out immediately. I enjoy that stuff.
Me as well.
We did one of these for Archon's Corner for our Sweet 16 Power Level 8 competition. I couldn't win the prize, but I technically did win the prediction. So we'll see how my predictions go for KPL.
Muffins was the one that won. So
she was like 1 point less than me with the way the predictions worked, and we did finally, I think, reach out to her to make sure she got a prize. That was kind of a punt on our part.
Yeah. So it's kind of awesome because basically it means that watching all these games actually gives us a little bit of some knowledge about what's going on out there. But we are not. If you are a part of our infrastructure, you are not eligible. We just fill it out for fun and basically to see who's going to do best.
All for fun.
Almost so that we could talk trash to each other about it. But when we looked at the brackets, they were kind of similar. A couple of favorites, right? Like they're going to sway in different ways for different allegiances. But for the most part,
what did you pick all your own UA guys?
No, not all, but most.
Okay. Ooh, burn.
Yeah, did you pick all your guys?
Of course.
No.
I mean, I'm gonna say that no matter what.
I saw the list. But anyway, no, just all fun and games, right? But it's gonna be good times. But so that's the idea. So $25 for the first part for the actual group stage, $25 for the bracket stage. Thank you, Grant, and anonymous donator. That's not the right word, but anyway, you know what I'm saying. The person that basically that's how we're paying back the money forward, so that you know that 100% transparency of where that's going. We've had other people donate to, and we're just very grateful for all the support. And as always, we are going to take zero sum of that. The only money that we actually use for anything that is ours is to pay for the fees to pay you out in the tournaments. That's it. Everything else is yours.
Freaking PayPal fees.
Yeah, so silly. But so with that said, there is going to be, all the deck lists have been submitted and they've been finalized. They've all been reviewed, and we are 100% on verification. Z?
Yes and no. Everything is on the up and up. Everything has been solid and confirmed that it can be used or whatnot. We do have a few outstanding decks. I know why they're outstanding. If it is a non-MM deck, the players will have within 1 week of week 1, where they will start receiving game losses until the image is there. That's all been conveyed to all the players. If it is an MM deck, which I think there's only one outstanding, they need it by the end of today, or they will receive a round 1 loss. But again, everyone knows this. Everyone is above board as far as getting that in. Yeah, that's you. So I don't anticipate any game losses being awarded. But
see, we don't have to put people on blast. They just put themselves on blast. It's great.
Yeah, but we were upfront about, like, they're encouraging borrowing, expecting them to borrowing, so we're being a little bit lenient on the non-MM decks, giving them a week because there's a lot of last minute waffling, I feel. I know some tried to happen on my team. I think they resisted the urge. So
that resistance was called Z, yelling at them. You
yes,
don't have
that's
the
part
reps.
of it.
You don't have the reps, which is absolutely
don't
100%
make bad
true.
decisions.
That's 100% true. It cost me in Albany when I did that. So like I'm 100%.
I mean, I think it's everyone that's played a lot of Keyforge, I think, has probably waffled on a deck decision and regretted it at some point in time. Like, it's just part of Keyforge. It happens.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into the groups and the pairings. That's what you guys are really here for. But hopefully that was a good summary and recap of everything. All those lists, all the deck lists for Triad will be shortly posted in the general. Like, everything that you want that we talk about usually is going to be posted and pinned in the general of our Discord. So if you don't know where our Discord is, go to the website, get to the Discord. If you're in the Discord, just go to the general and look at the pin. For the league, anything that's league related specifically will be pinned in the league tab as well. So for you guys in the league, because we kind of have that little side group for you guys, so that we're not like bombing the monthly people. I believe everything I said there was correct, right?
Yep.
Okay, sweet. So what we're going to do is we're going to move forward then, and we're going to talk about Group A. And Group A consists of do do do. There it is. Group A consists of the Western bracket, which is the United States bracket. And as you see here, everybody other than Future Beans is from the United States. So that ended up working out well. And we see that we have two Team SAS members and just a guy playing X-Ray Creator. We have Jay Power and Grant Titus from KIP, which is a kind of a sad pairing. I know you guys would like to be in different groups, but that's going to be interesting. And then we have Unarmed Goat, a quiet a person I don't know a lot about. We have Ewok Jr. from Archon's Corner, the only actual Archon Corner team member. Everybody else is Archon Corner community member,
Affiliates.
like affiliates like Future Bean. So that's what you have here. You have a Gray Rider, an affiliate of Archon's Corner, the actual Archon's Corner commentator Ewok, and just a guy playing X-Ray Creator, J Power, and Grant Titus. So here's an interesting group for us to look at. Z and
yeah, there's a lot of like cross action, right? You got the Kip on Kip possibility here. You've got X-Ray versus just a guy playing here. You'll see the actual AC caster versus someone that plays a lot in the channel. So that there's gonna be a lot of fun matches here. Mm-hmm. And I also was kind of sad that Jason and Grant are in the same. They easily could have been in different groups, but random is random. Mm-hmm. I think the Atlanteans got the worst of that. But with so many people in, it's a high chance to happen.
Yeah, the Atlanteans.
But yeah, this is an exciting group for me to watch. There's a lot of games in here that I'd like to see. Mm-hmm. And as you mentioned, like I don't know Unarmed Goat that well. I've seen Unarmed Goat play in the event that got him. I assume it's him here.
Yeah, it's a him.
But okay, yeah, got him here. But that's really it. Before that, I really didn't have anything to associate with the name. So I think like that would be the Cinderella story from the group. If you want to do like a basketball type thing, that would be the one to look at to see like that unknown thing. Like it's
like that Division B school that just shows up and wrecks people. So that was kind of like Rodeo last season.
It's just a big question mark. You just don't know how good the quality is going to be there. It could be outstanding and everyone gets wrecked, and you know, some of the high picks, I mean, on people's brackets might just kind of fall away.
I mean, by then you'll have some you'll have some at least when you get to the top 16, you'll have some info on these people, right? So like it won't be so crazy. But Unarmed Goat might be the guy that kicks you into that $25 prize pool because nobody else saw it coming, right? So it'll be interesting. Yeah. But I don't know. But like we'll see. The deck lists will be up, so but you only have till midnight, so you don't have a long window with the lists. And basically the last one that you enter will be
that's true.
That is in. So.
And I gotta support my two SAS people here, but on another note, Future Beans is in here. So as someone that came out of playing in Archon's Corner, I gotta get that in there. Watching him play was real fun to get here. I do hope Future Beans does super well. So I guess in an ideal world, it's SAS Future Beans as 1, 2, 3. That'd be. I don't think that will happen, but
Future Beans is now one of my enemies in the bracket because I really was looking forward to tagging him the Lone Legume, and he basically goofed me over by taking AC Community. So
he's not on a team though, so he still is the Lone Legume. He's just supporting AC in his rep.
That's fair. So let's get to this. What you guys are here for, really? Group A matchups. You want to know who you're playing? Hey, Ewok, you get a bye.
Ewok, you're not losing this week.
You are starting off. You are starting off on a non-losing beat. So Ewok is basically gonna own that bye. And then we see Unarmed Goat is going to be facing the Lonely Legume, Future Beans in a Gray Rider versus Archon's Corner matchup. And then Grant Titus this week, you get to fight against X-Ray Creator from Team SAS. And in another Kip versus SAS match, we see J Power, which is Jason versus just a guy playing. That's Luke, man, and he was a top 16.
It's literally finalist. Kip versus SAS week, y'all.
Yep. So the feature match for this group, that one of the ones we want to get, we're hoping to get scheduled for, is just a guy playing versus J Power. That's like a big one. So that's we'll be looking.
I guess we hadn't talked about how that's going to happen. I tried to friend request every single person in the league yesterday. At some point, y'all need to accept that. I'm going to set up groups Most of them did it right away.
Yeah.
I'll set up the groups and we'll figure out when that's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
We obviously, since we want these to be live, we do have times that we want people to try to make. We understand if like that can't happen easily.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can, we would appreciate a little bit of flexibility with that, so we can get some people some live shows. But yes, we are. That is definitely one of our targeted matches this week. Is Jason versus Luke, Kip versus Sass. Action.
All right, I'm gonna take a quick mute here to ask Z something real quick because I just had a great idea, but I don't know if it's great enough. Let's find out.
Front row.
We can announce that then. We'll do that. So here's my idea, and Z agreed it might be a good one. So what we'll
for after this week. For this week, I'll do the group thing. But
for this week we can't do it because it's too short. But like starting in week 2 and stuff, what we'll do is we're gonna put out a poll for each group, A, B, C, D through G or H. So through H, like and what you'll do is like we'll see what the most common best time to do a live stream would be for the group, and then we'll basically make that the group's time slot for when we're gonna do it. That way everybody can, like, if they know if they're asked to be a feature, that time zone, that time slot would work for a live, and then we could actually promote it a little bit better and easier. So hopefully that will be a good idea, and we'll find out. We'll basically do a poll and see what happens. That way we can best work around your schedules and still leave you free to play because we don't want people to be locked in. So with that said, let's move to group B. So we always run long because we get so excited at this kickoff stuff. So you see here in Group B we have the ABR League. This is this is Shaka from ABR. You see Flaming Hobo, who is ABR and
that was supposed to be a reap out symbol.
Yeah, and reap out. Like I know I had reap out and ABR there, but I think I got cleaned up.
That was whiffing us. Flaming Hobo is definitely Team Reap Out.
Yes, Team Reap Out.
But plays in the ABR channel as one of their representatives, so that is a whiff. I thought I had checked over this. My bad. We have Shaka and Aviator as the ABR reps, Flaming Hobo as the solo Reap Out rep for Group B. And Rodion was on Jupiter's, hey, if they make KFPL, we're going to recruit them to UA list.
Why are you hating on me?
I'm just messing with you.
No, you're just hating on me.
Our sole SAS player to battle out with the sole rebound player is Corey Fan, so Nathan. And then we have 2 local boys from Houston, we're down here where I play. Xander For to Win and Frozen Tauntaun are literally brothers. They joined the couples, like the dual thing in February, and they made it together. They both play on the Archon's Corner channel on occasion. But yeah, they are brothers and were dumped into the same group. So if you're on a team and you got paired with a fellow teammate, I think they probably got the worst out of the randomized pairing system, because what are the odds that, I mean, they're the same as the Grant and Jason, whatever. But anyway, the odds weren't great of that happening, and that's what happened.
Yeah, so this basically got cleaned up and all, and yeah, I did pick up Rodion, but it was funny because after, when did you guys pick up Echo Ito? Oh yeah, it was after Sanctimonious, wasn't it? So.
Yes, it was right after the 2 of it. I think that was just completely coincidental, though.
Probably. You recruit the best players you see, right? And Rodion last season was the dark horse that nobody knew anything about, and he was smacking people. He played some amazing Keyforge. So
yeah, he did. He won a match versus me.
And he's Portuguese. He's Brazilian. So extra kudos for that, because I love Portuguese people, because I'm half Portuguese and I love Polish people, but we have no Polish representatives this season, sadly, and that was surprising because they have some really great players over there, so hopefully we can fix that. But we did bring Rob 1K from the Polish side over to be a streamer with us, so we'll have some Polish representation there in that matter. So
all right, Jibber, they want to see the matches. That's what they want to see.
I know. Oh, see, look, I went too fast because you're
and you just skipped it.
Yeah. Group B matchup. So the bye this week goes to Aviator. Congratulations, one bear survives. And then we see Corey gets to play against Xander. We get to see Flaming Hobo reap out ABR, proof that I had it, versus Shaka.
You did have it.
And then Frozen Tauntaun versus Rodion. So that is going to be the the matchups here, the one that we would like to catch if we can is the Shaka versus Flaming Hobo match. So
Yes.
that is the
Some
one.
Reap Out versus ABR action
Yeah.
would be fun to see for sure.
Yeah, it's really just bear on bear, but either way.
Oh my god!
But anyway,
All right.
that's Group B. So let's get to Group C. Here you see two Canadians and a bunch of Americans, right? So none of the groups in the Western bracket were all U.S. So that was cool. I do like that. But you see, we have Vaths, who's a mystery player for some of y'all, not for me. He's on my team. We see One Star Peeps. From Reap Out. So there's the Reap Out logo right there for you if you guys missed it. We have Ugluk representing Knowledge is Power, Kip. We have SC Steel representing the Grey Riders. We have Sad Crybear, the lone representative of the Moor Wolf Pack. And then we have Dave Cordero, another Reap Out staple, and Dr. Sheep from Team SAS.
Woo-woo.
So here is a pretty balanced group, actually. A lot of different stuff. Only repetition here is Reap Out. And we'll see what happens there.
Pretty mixed group.
Hey, Flaming Hobo, you put ABR down as one of your teams, so
it was just supposed to be the affiliate.
Here, look.
We know that.
Yeah, I can't do it anyway. I was gonna see, but anyway, Group C matchups. One Star Peeps is Reap Out is going to get the bye, so Reap Out doesn't have to fight Reap Out this week, so that's good. We see Dave Cordero versus Vath, that should be a fun game. Dr. Sheep versus Ugluk, and Sad Crybear versus Steel, or SC Steel is how it should be. Sydney, anyway, from the Grey Riders / AK Archon Corner team player, or not team player, but community player. So lots of those guys in the groups. So anything you wanna point out here?
As far as the matchup was, I'm excited to see how Sad Crybear and SC Steel do. Sad Crybear wasn't entirely sure about lineup stuff for Triad, and I know SC Steel was scrambling for decks at some point. But I think she got quite a big assist in that regard. So I'm pretty excited to see how this bracket shakes up. Ugluk, Dave, Dan are all always fun to watch. Ugluk and Dave have been playing some great Keyforge lately. Dan does his best. We get to give him a hard time on AC all the time.
Yeah, well, I mean, no matter who has to play against Ugluk first round, they would have been crying, right? So let Dan be the one. But either way, like cool
so
thing.
Ugluk makes the very short list of people that have beat me in adaptive, along with Rodion. So that's always the thing.
Here's the real awesome thing about Group C, though. But you guys are the Mad Lad group, just so you know, because you have both of the Mad Lads in your group. So Sad Crybear and Ugluk are the two people that basically unqualified themselves, and requalified for this season, earning the title Mad Lad. So there you guys go. You guys are the Mad Lad group.
Yeah, we're not pulling a feature from this group because we probably aren't going to be able to feature during the round robin a player more than once, and we definitely want to see the Ugluk versus Sad Crybear Mad Lad feature at some point in time. So that's obviously not this week.
Yeah, we're trying to. We're taking two from the Western bracket, one from the Central / APAC. So that's the idea. We're to see how
for this
goes.
Week. Next week it'll probably be flipped.
Yeah, we'll switch it around. We're trying to get everybody on at least once or twice. So that's the goal. So we're trying to pick out the ones that are going to be most intriguing for us. But that's Group C. So good luck, Mad Group. Do well. And so now we move into the central brackets, which are the European centralized brackets. Here it was an even split, so nobody's really roaming here. Like we had Future Beans from the APAC. He roamed out of the APAC because they had one too many, and it was a perfect thing. And then the European bracket, so everybody should be very comfortable in their time zones. Like it should be very easy to get people together. So
yeah, a little bit of Keyforge magic like landed in our lap here. We had exactly 28 participants in our central brackets. So yeah, that ended up being perfectly even. So no one is playing out of pocket as far as their time goes.
Yeah, so this is a very diversified group as none of the teams overlap. So that was awesome. So we see Kjornst from the Italian Resurgence. We see Leo Lindsay from the Team GG group, and also a caster for us as the KFPL. He's been doing wonderful Italian commentary, so he will continue to do that for the Italians. Then Zeramis is a new face, but been playing very well. I've been enjoying watching him play, and he is with the Final Swindle. You have Jay Philippeg, my Portuguese brethren in the United Archons Prime. We see George from the Manchester Mavericks. He's a requalify from last season, repping the UK. We see Kidman XDX, I guess, from the crazy killing eggplants. I'll be on. So he's a Portuguese player, new to the scene, and could be a dark horse. And then you have Ariak, another person that qualified. So AFK with Team AFK from France, which are very loaded. And they only had 2 people actually qualify for the event, so I'm pretty sure that they're going to be stacking some nice decks. So,
I mean, out of this group, I think the ones that I've seen play the most are GJ, Jay Philippeg, Leo Lindsay, and Kaio. I don't know how to say the name the other way. My mouth just won't do it. But there's a lot of fairly unknown to me players in this that I'm excited to get to know, maybe do some casting with if depending on when they play. Obviously, my time zone doesn't match, so it would have to be a later in the week match. But it'll be exciting to see the video recaps for sure.
Jay Philippeg is how I've always said it. He's never corrected me, so I'm going to go with Jay Philippeg. But he is a G. He's an OG, Portuguese OG. He's actually been the reason why we're seeing such a flux of Portuguese people. So we'll see. But if he tells me to stop calling him Jay Philippeg, I will. But I like it way better.
I agree. I actually did know it was the other thing.
I know what it is. That's his actual name. Yeah, I know it's his name.
All right, here's our matchups for the week 1. Ariak is on bye. GJ is facing Zeramis. Jay Philippeg is facing Leo Lindsay, and Kidman XDX is facing Kyo.
Yeah. So these are some pretty interesting games as well. I don't remember if we pegged one of these or not. I don't.
I think our backup is Kyo if we can't get our other central match. Yeah.
Yeah, Kjorns and Kidman, you guys are on standby. Those are that's a game I wouldn't mind watching, but I am very biased towards watching Portuguese players. So, yeah, that's just what it is. Money on the left column. Fair enough. I will say that Kjorns was very impressive in his
left column. Wow. All right.
Maybe.
Okay.
We'll let you know. All right, so
Jay Philippeg sounds like an image format.
Yeah,
he's in the chat.
Jay Philippeg is my dude. It doesn't matter what you say. In the end, we will be calling him.
Welcome to the Bloodbath group.
So in the end, we will be calling him Champion. Campao. Anyway, so this is this group is crazy, kind of good. Group E is what would be if we were talking in football terms, aka soccer for you Americans. This is the group of death this season? I think last season I think I named Group A the group of death. This season I'm definitely calling Group E the group of death. As you see here, Easy Galina, the lone Italian player who actually shouldn't have a team logo, but I don't know why there's a resurgence on this.
Come on, Jupe.
I didn't do this! It was your sister. She came in and messed with it.
Okay.
Anyway, but so this is the Easy Galina. He is the lone person. He is not with the Italian Renaissance. He does not have an affiliation with another Italian in Mirton VGC, which is Italian Resurgence. Then we have Echo Ito with Team SAS, another Italian. So we have 3 Italians. And then we have 3 Germans, all from the Hamburg Atlanteans, with Kiwi, Iridelli, Lorenzo, 99, finished off by a pair from France. Lapor.
Who is looking really good in his play recently. So this group is got a Glorious U winner. It's got the Highlander and 2 of the other all-stars from the Atlanteans that have done very well in a bunch of our events. Mm-hmm. And unless, no matter what, only 2 people can actually make top 16 from this event. So unfortunately, one of these Atlanteans will not be in the top 16.
Maybe 2.
All of them have the skills to do this on a team that has access to the decks to do it too. And then my poor boy Echoido gets stuck in the middle of all of this.
I guess this is a good trial by fire for your teammate here.
Yeah,
But, hopefully you guys
on.
loaded him up.
He definitely has the skills to contend, but when you're in this field, I mean, just to make the top 3 is a feat, I think.
Yeah, this is going to be a very amazing group to watch play and stuff. So here's the matchup.
All right, so let's see who's playing.
So as you see here, Easy Galina does not have a team affiliation. Dang it. I'm not letting her touch my stuff anymore. Easy Galina.
I need to be more clear.
With a bye. And so then we have Echo Ito from SAS versus American VGC, Erie Daily, Hamburg Atlanteans, Lorenzo Hamburg Atlanteans, Kiwi Hamburg Atlanteans versus Lapore AFK. I think this is actually one of the feature matches we picked was Lapore versus Kiwi.
Yeah. As a returning Highlander, just like football, we would like to see the Super Bowl winner play on this week 1. So we will be reaching out to Kiwi and the pair to have the Highlander kind of show off why he is the Highlander.
Yeah.
Versus an up and coming. Like, I was very impressed with Lapore's play in the recent event.
Lapore is very good. He's very good.
Yeah.
And I know Kiwi is just he's sinful. So
kind of happy Lapore already had a team, or else he'd be on UA or something right now. So that's good.
Or I mean, maybe SAS picks him up, right? They need some French bodies.
Anyway, do we don't actually have a French player, so that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Hey, Lapore, go ahead and ping me if you're looking for. Just kidding.
Yeah.
This
is the best way to recruit, right? So with that said, here's Group F. We have Armataka.
I'll wait till week 6 to recruit.
Yeah, I waited till the end. Armataka is basically the final swindle here. Callum SLZ is Screech Babam. Mental is with AFK out of Belgium. So he's a French player from AFK. I forgot that they had a non-French AFK player. Tuck MO007 is from Screech Babam. We have Shreds, the Hamburger Atlantean, in a group without other Hamburger Atlanteans, so he's happy. Zaire from the London Urchins, and Seb from Team Archimedes. I know that one hits home with Muffins. She'll definitely have him number 1 in this group.
This is the wild card bracket for me, because other than Callum and Tuck, these are a bunch of names I don't really know. So I'm going to be very interested to see the decks that these players are bringing, some of the if I can get in these matches, some of those matches that are going down, and some of the results, because there's just a lot of question marks on this bracket for me. So this was the hardest bracket for me to pick a winner from.
Yeah.
So I doubt I'm going to get that one right.
Yeah, this one I wasn't sure either. Like, this one could go a lot of different ways. I know there's some good decks in this group. I know that there are interesting players as far as what I remember from last season. Zaire was there last season. I got to watch him play. I've only seen Threads in a couple of the qualifiers, so I don't know a lot about him. Armataka has been pretty good and solid too, kind of like Zeramis. Like, they both are playing pretty good Keyforge. So just curious to see how the decks line up and what happens here, because this is a deck I really like. If there's a deck I wouldn't want to pick out of, like if I could skip one and say like I don't really have a good answer, it'd probably be this one. This one's
this is the
interesting deck.
Huge wild card in my opinion for who comes out of this. So all right, who's Group F?
So Armataka, you get the bye, and then Callum is gonna face Zaire. Mental is going to face Tuckman 007, Bond. And then Seb 112 is going to play against Shreds. So Seb, you get the pleasure of playing against the Hamburger Atlantean, which everybody's so scared of. But not really. They're actually really nice guys. Every single one of them I've met has been really good. So moving to Group G. The last group in the central bracket, we have here Sodafly from the Italian Resurgence, John Lang from the Hamburger Atlanteans, Radar from Beerforge, PM Canessa from Team GG, and then Vince T, not Tuck, from the Manchester Mavericks, and Dammit96 from the Italian Resurgence, who was the runner-up last season behind Kiwi, and Vincenzo from the Hamburger Atlanteans. So again, we see the Atlantean on Atlantean crime, but we also see Italian Resurgence on it.
This is another pretty strong group. I don't think it's like as crazy as the E group, but this is a really good like
Yeah.
strong match, bunch
Yeah.
of matches in here.
Yeah, Radar is our first guy from Spain to qualify for KFPL, but I've played with Radar a lot, like in games on the Crucible, and he's a very, very good player, and he has some really nasty decks. So, and him being one of the only, if not the only, Beer Forge player, it means that he has a pretty good set of resources, and I wouldn't be surprised. I have not looked at his deck list yet. I know Z has, but I would not be surprised if you didn't see a double Ultra Graviton.
Oddly enough, like I looked, like I'm trying to do that as fast as I can and actually be credible in doing it. So I'm
Yeah.
really only looking at the sets, the images, and the names to match the thing. Like I didn't have time to really look at any actual like content of decks, unless the number was super huge. There are a couple really big numbers, SAS wise, that did stick out to me. So I did see some of those, but for the most part, I don't know what any of these people have.
An unarmed goat, Atlantis. You don't have to believe in Atlantis because every time I see Hamburg Atlanteans, I just think hamburger of Atlanta. So like I just credit it to that because I'm always hungry. But no, I'm just kidding. They're actually pretty awesome people. So
I really like this version of there's some of the stuff that's harder to see. I like this one though.
yeah, this one's clean. Like this is the one I picked. It's the cleanest one that they gave me. So Group G matchups. Radar, you get the bye. We don't get to see that Spanish. The Spanish kickoff yet, as you have to wait 1 week, but then you're good to go for the rest of the season. And then Damage will be fighting against Vince T. We'll have John Lang versus Vincenzo. So here's some Atlantean on Atlantean action right off the go again. And
For
then we
sure.
have Canessa versus Sodafly. So Team GG versus the Italian Resurgence. So Italian
Oh,
hatred against each other. Some Germans, hopefully in the end, they buy each other a beer and have a good talk. So yes, Atlanta,
or
Germany.
they might drink while they're playing. Who knows?
Yeah, it's all
All
good.
right, let's go to APAC.
All right, here we are in the Eastern bracket, the one, the only Group H, um, which is Anxious Pirate from Australia, representing the United Archons. The D Champ from the Philippines, representing the United Archons. Fierza from Reap Out, a top four finalist, lost to Ugluk for the third place game from Australia. We have Alex Shepelev, creator of the Triad machine that you guys will be using this season, so thank him for that, from Team SAS and Russia.
Woo-woo.
And then we have Andy Ming from Hong Kong, representing his team Labwork. And then we have Pock from the United Archons Prime from the Philippines, and my co-captain Gore Belly PH from the United Archons Prime from the Philippines as well. As we have Godfather Clint, and then me and Gore Belly are co-captains. So
This
yeah,
is another tough bracket because I've seen a lot of these people play at a very high level,
yeah,
and so that's gonna be. This is also like, what is it? Top deck bracket. Like, there's a lot of people with a lot of fire in this bracket. So
yeah.
like, no
And
matter what, there's some really great decks that are going to be straight up eliminated because only two of these players can make top 16.
and
so
four of these players made top 16 last season. You had Fierza,
so
Anxious
yeah,
Pirate, Gorebelly, and Andy Ming, all made, and all impressive. Like Andy Ming was like on a real tear when he got to the top 16. So like he was definitely a scary player. And then like Anxious Pirate
mhm.
obviously got there.
But with that bracket being the way it is, I can almost guarantee there's going to be at least 12 fantastic decks that will not make top
Yeah,
16
yeah.
because there's like, I don't know, there's 7 of these people. There's like 18 A decks in this group right here.
There's a
This is
lot.
the one of those, like, while these players are really good, this would probably be the only bracket that I would be more worried about just the decks.
Yeah.
In spite of how good the players are.
Right. All right, so let's get to the last bit of this here as we kick into Group H matchups, and that is going to be Shep is going to get the bye this week, and then we have Andy Ming versus Pock, Anxious Pirate Gore versus Gorebelly. So that's a sad start for me to see those two fight, but they're going to have to do it at some point. So let's get it out of the way. And then we have D Champ versus Fireza from Team Rebound. So Fireza is always a threat on any online group. So money's on the right this time. Okay, I would not agree with your call on this one, Dave.
Right? Oh,
But
hating on you, I guess. That's what.
No, not
Oh
really,
yeah.
because we got UA on both sides. We have 2 on each.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I guess no matter what, you're gonna have UA on both sides.
Yeah, pretty
Well,
close.
Dave's got to pick fire here. So
Yeah, that's fair.
Gorebelly versus Anxious.
Yeah,
Ooh, I don't know about right there. We'll see. We'll see.
anxious
I,
pirates got some heat.
I've
So.
seen Anxious play a lot more than Gorebelly, so that's
Yeah.
probably just the only bias I have there.
Yeah.
And yeah, no idea on the top. I think that's an even match.
Yeah. So there it all is. Fire, best Keyforge player on earth. I love Fire's new Discord tag where he says Keyforge is all luck, because he like places in the top like of every online tournament I've ever seen him play just about. So it's gonna be interesting. Yes. Yes, like Anxious Pirate and D-Champs are both also representing the AC community. So that's we did not mention that, but they are definitely AC people, as you can see here, with the AC slash tag. So, but yeah.
But all right, games are going to be Monday through Saturday. If you're a feature, we're going to be reaching out to. I'll be reaching out to you today. I will also be pinging all of the season 2 participants very shortly, with just to make sure like this is just a general rules, and you'll also get a Google Sheet share that you need to probably bookmark. That will have all of the deck lists in it. It will also have your opponent for the week. It'll also keep, your record and all that on there.
Yeah.
So you'll be getting that within the hour. But I don't know if we have anything else, Juke.
Nope. We'll be basically doing the Sunday show every Sunday to release the standings and the updates and stuff like that, and then you'll basically have a go for it on Mondays. So Sunday is kind of like our admin day. That's why we're taking Sundays off. We got that from ABR, right? Like you got to take a day off to get everything caught up. So with that said, by next week we'll have fixed all the discrepancies on the slideshows, I promise. And we will have our first look at where these crazy brackets are heading, and I'm super excited. So thanks for tuning in and checking this out. We'll do the announcements of pairings again next week, same way at the end of the show, and we'll update what's going on and talk about some of the things that we've got from week 1. So look forward to seeing you guys next Sunday. Look forward to catching you on the feature matches. I also stream every morning now, 9 to 11 a.m. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday are my dedicated days. Sometimes I do Wednesday if Harlan is kind of chilling out, but sometimes he's not chilling out, and so some streams are longer than others. But yeah, thanks, Harlan. But so with that said, I got nothing else for you. Z, what do you got?
I'm just gonna start working on getting the decks out to everyone and the rules, because that's what they want. Cannot start playing your matches today. Last reminder: you have about 9 hours to fill out the group prediction form.
It's free.
It is free. You can win $25 and lots of bragging rights if you are the winner who can accurately predict 8 group winners. That would be insane.
And if you don't like to brag, we'll do it for you.
Oh, for sure. We'll come up with a new tag in our channel for you.
That's a good idea. I like tags. Anyway, so at the end of the season, Kiwi might still be the Highlander, but will he? We'll find out, as that title can only be given to one person. So
then would he be Highlander 2?
No, he'll be Highlander, and the other one will be dead. He'll be gone. He'll be dropped to Mad Lad status maybe or something. Let him add in there, but I'll have to make another sandwich for like retired Highlanders, deceased Highlanders. But I don't know. We'll figure it out. But we'll have fun with it as always. So this is Jupiter from Manlius, New York, and thank you for tuning in. And Z.
Yep, just keep forging. No details yet, but if you're waiting for the March 20th event, it is March 20th. That is our next thing.
Dave likes dead. I do too. It's kind of funny, right? But anyway, so with that said, this is Jupiter from Manlius, New York, the Fifth Planet Keyforge, and Big Z from Team SAS, and we will see you guys around the Crucible. Keep forging, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
Killing machine.